Hello and welcome to ESAT. I am Ngudu Day with the news. In what is seen as a challenge to the ruling EPRDF and its bylaws, Abiy Ahmed's Oromo Democratic Party (ODP) has signed a memorandum of understanding with the leading Oromo opposition party, the Oromo Democratic Front (ODF), to eventually merge as one. Leaders of the ODP, a member of the ruling party, and ODF, an opposition party, signed the Memorandum of Understanding in Addis Ababa today, agreeing to form a technical committee that will work on the details before the parties are united. Vice Chair of ODP, Lama Magersa, and Chairman of ODF, Lench Oleta, signed the Memorandum of Understanding. The ODP, formerly the Oromo People's Democratic Organization (OPDO), is part of the four-member coalition of the ruling EPRDF. The bylaws of the EPRDF does not allow member parties to form any kind of unity with other parties, let alone with an opposition party. By forming unity with the ODF, the ODP is boldly challenging the EPRDF, whose revolutionary democracy and democratic centralism principles were supposed to remain unchallenged. The EPRDF, a coalition of four ethnic parties, has been in power since 1991. It has been dominated by the Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF), whose ruling elites controlled the politics, economy, intelligence, as well as the military, until a young and reformist Prime Minister assumed office in April. The Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, and his ODP are doing everything against EPRDF and its bylaws and have technically begun dismantling the EPRDF. That's according to one political analyst. Dr. Abiy, who is chairman of ODP, was elected chairman of the EPRDF in March and automatically became Prime Minister in April after a tough infight within the front. The ODP is formed by former leaders of the Oromo Liberation Front (OLF). Lench Oleta and co. left the OLF, a separatist group that was fighting for the independence of the Oromo region, and established ODF in 2013. The ODF believes the political demands of the people of Oromo should be resolved within the context of the bigger Ethiopia and renounce separation as a solution. Leaders of the ODF were the first of exiled opposition groups to return to Ethiopia in May, after a call made by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to all opposition groups abroad, armed or otherwise. Speaking on the occasion, Magersa said political parties with similar programs should come together in a bid to help speed up political reforms underway in the country. Mr. Leta said on his part that the unification of Oromo parties would contribute to the nation-building process. Leta called on other parties to follow suit. Dr. Ahmed turned Ethiopian politics on its head as soon as he took office in April. He invited exiled and armed opposition groups to join him for a peaceful political process. He made peace with neighboring Eritrea, ending 2 decades of animosity and resuming business and transportations. U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Tibor Nagy is in Addis Ababa for an official working visit as part of his tour to East Africa. Nagy and General Thomas D. Waldhauser, commander of U.S. Africa Command, met with Ethiopia's Minister of Defense Aisha Mohammed to discuss opportunities for security cooperation between the United States and Ethiopia. That's according to the U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa. Speaking to NPR's All Things Considered a week ago, Mr. Nagy called Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed a visionary. It shows you what one courageous visionary leader can do to impact not only her or his own country, but the region, Nagy said, speaking about Ahmed, who is credited for reforms in his country and ending a 2-decade-old animosity with neighboring Eritrea. Now the waves are kind of washing over other parts of the region. During my discussions with African leaders, I pointed to Ethiopia as what a positive force can mean for Africa, Nagy told NPR. It's Nagy's first visit to Ethiopia since his confirmation in July. He served as U.S. ambassador to Ethiopia from 1999 to 2002. Parliamentary elections due in the breakaway Republic of Somaliland in March have been delayed until further notice. Electoral Commissioner Abdulkader Iman Warsame told the BBC there were several reasons for the delay, including a lack of funding from the international community. Donors have been concerned about recurring delays with the electoral calendar. He said the government had not provided any funds for the elections. Registration for the election was behind because of these problems. There is also disagreement over how many seats each region would be allocated in the next parliament. That's according to the Electoral Commission. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia in 1991. Though not internationally recognized, Somaliland has a working political system, government institutions, a police force, and its own currency. That ends the news. Thanks for watching.